Okay, I think we're 7th is Indiana, 8
Who
is
was 8?
Washington.
Yeah,
Washington.
we're
So
still status
yeah,
quo then.
We're still good. I love that
Magic
Indiana
are
didn't go up.
6.
It should
I
be
think.
Orlando.
Or Orlando, yeah, is 6.
It was?
Yes.
So everything is
Status
scratch.
quo.
Oh,
Yeah. Shut up.
yeah, the Pistons are number 5.
No.
There you go.
Hey.
Amari was right.
Oh my.
Oh well.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Sorry.
Very anticlimactic. It was
my.
going so well up until that.
I was not expecting that.
Oh.
Wow.
Ugh.
Man, that's crazy.
All right.
Let
That
the
is
meltdown begin. I don't
crazy.
even want to
Holy
go to
shit.
Twitter.
I know.
Oh, people are
Honestly-
gonna be so upset.
Man, I did not think I thought 4 at worst. I did not think that was going to be possible. I'm in shock.
Yeah. And this
Like, I
is
don't know.
this is the lowest a team with the worst record has dropped since the changes, right? Jack, I read that in your
So
research you did.
Yeah. So traditionally, since the lottery has changed in 2019, it's been either pick 2 or 3 for the worst record. So
Okay, where did they stop there or are they still going?
Yeah, we're at a commercial, so
Commercial
they're going to
break.
do the
So-
top 4 on the other side.
The winner right
Portland
now.
jumped in then, right?
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
Portland is a winner right now. It looks like they were supposed to be at 5. They've at least jumped into the top 4. So you have Houston, San Antonio, Charlotte, and Portland left.
Yeah.
Wow,
man, that's
Interesting.
crazy. I can't believe that.
I hope it's Portland. That'd be fun. Get him with Dame, Wemby. That'd be fun.
I think Jeremy Grant would go ahead and sign
Yeah,
back in Portland.
that's
in
what
that
I was just
situation.
going to say.
I think he was.
Oh, well, there goes all the work on Victor, Scoot, and Brandon Miller. No point to talk about those. I'm glad we talked about those guys as much as we did because we don't need to talk about them anymore.
Yeah.
True.
I'll tell you
I
this.
mean,
there's a lot of guys in play now.
I guess it's Cam Whitmore, Anthony Black, Asar Thompson, maybe Amen.
Yep. Jarris,
Yep.
Taylor
Hendricks.
Hendricks. I
Man.
think anybody other than those 3. I mean, I think it's been a group of like 8 or 9 guys that people have been talking about. So you take the top 3 out and you have 5 or 6 left. So
I feel like I need to gather myself. I need like a 2-minute break. My
Yeah.
thoughts are just all over the place.
okay, so let's play this. What if Portland landed 2? Is there a package you could put together to trade up? Nah, because they would just take Brandon Miller and let Scoot fall to 3. I was trying to work through some scenarios where maybe the Pistons could trade up from 5 to, 2 or 3. So what's the scenario where you get Scoot at 2? You need somebody at 1, San Antonio at 2, Miller falls to 3, and then maybe you could swing a trade if you really wanted Miller.
I guess the trade that comes to mind, like pick 5, like, do you think there's a way the Pistons could sort of trade back with the Magic? I mean, I guess if the Magic had pick 8 and 11, I could see that more realistic. Maybe not 6 and 11 for 5. But is there a way the Pistons could sort of use that to get a couple of lottery picks? Because there is like plenty of talent in the late lottery.
I
I
wouldn't
feel like
move.
you'd need like Miller to fall or something really unexpected to happen to make that work.
Or
I don't know, I mean,
somebody
5 to
that
6.
falls in 1. People that fall in love with the Thompson twins if the Pistons aren't in
Sure.
love with the Thompson twins. I still wouldn't go past 9. I think that's the furthest I would go. I think there's a little bit of a break there. But I would almost, if Cam Whitmore is there, like I'm still walking away pretty happy with Cam Whitmore at 5, And again, I'm a little higher on him than some, not as high as some others, but I've talked myself into 5 guys. Like I'm just trying to decide if it's because I knew the Pistons could only fall to 5 or if there's really those guys that I would be okay with.
Yeah.
I guess
Twitter's a disaster, man.
Oh my God.
I guess what was I going to say? Like, Amen Thompson seems to be the guy, at least from my perspective, when I look at like draft boards, like places like No Ceilings, he sort of seems to be around 7 or 8 over there with some guys. So Amen's a guy I could see sliding to 5. I know Wes, you're a bit lower on Amen in terms of that top 3 to 4 range. I feel like for me, he's the guy I would, if they could get him at 5, it'd be similar to last year how Jaden Ivey sort of, I guess, slid to 5. That's sort of the prospect for me. I would be hoping Detroit could get. But look, there's still a lot of draft workouts and everything to play out in the next month or so. So,
have you guys checked your text messages? Because like I've got a lot of like, so in order: Gross, different person, ouch, different person, 5 LMAO, different person, ouch, buddy, with an exclamation point. So this is all I'm getting from my friends.
Oh man,
I've got that sucks. Then that sucks a lot. And then someone just texted me 5, just the number.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had my phone on the ground, which was probably for the best.
Oh man, we just missed. So the Spurs got the first pick.
I was going to ask if anything
yeah.
else had happened. Okay,
Yeah.
so
all right. It went San Antonio, Charlotte, Portland.
San Antonio. So Charlotte at 2 is going to be real interesting.
Yeah.
Portland 3, and then Houston at 4.
Yep.
Okay, so San Antonio, and people have been calling San Antonio. People are really going to call conspiracy theory. So San Antonio gets Wemby. Charlotte at 2, you can see a world where they don't go Scoots, right?
Yeah.
And then who's 3?
Yeah.
Portland?
Portland. So there's your scenario, Bryce. Scoot falls to Portland. You're able to trade up. What can you do?
There you go, right? Like, could you package 5? Would you? But then you are probably taking Scoot. So, like, would you trade from 5 to 3 to take Scoot, though, is the question.
What do we have to tie to it? Like, that's what I'm trying to think of.
So I would say, like, 5 and Boyan or something like that. Like, in anybody that's not Cade, Ivy, or Duran. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
Are you willing to do that for Scoots? I think tier talents, but now you have fit concerns. Is that worth it?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think I would probably hold off. Like, I'm fine waiting to see who slides to 5. I'm really interested with Houston now at 4 because I think they were sort of in a similar boat to us as they're maybe looking for a wing. I mean, really wanted to hit on like that star potential guy. So I'm interested to see what they do. But either way, like if we stay at 5, I'm pretty confident we can still add a player that is at least going to make some sort of impact to this roster.
I think Houston at 4 is good for what I would want for Detroit, which is Cam Whitmore. Because if the 3 go in the top 3, however, I would assume Houston would go Amen Thompson and just let him run the show at point and form the most incredibly athletic backcourt in the NBA.
Insane.
And if I was Houston, I would do that literally. And then you get Cam at 5. So the weird one, like you say, Wes, is Scoot with Portland at 3. Assuming Charlotte. Go ahead.
I feel like there was a report that unless Portland do get pick 1, they'll be looking to trade it. I'm assuming that's what we brought up before. So that'll be interesting now with pick 3. Do they keep Dame or? I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you brought it up, but feels like there's a potential for that to be moved, or at least, yeah.
So would you guys trade 5 to, like, Jack, would you trade 5 to Portland? Would you trade up to 3 if Scoot win at 2 and Brandon Miller was still on the board at 3? Like, let's just say Charlotte says, hey, we'll play Scoot and Ball together. Brandon Miller's there at 3. Portland says, we'll go back to 5. Give us Boyan and I don't know, whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever that is.
I guess if the trade was there, I'm just personally like, I don't know if I see the fit and how like Brandon Miller would work with the Pistons, but I think I'm really warming towards Cam Whitmore at 5.
Yeah.
If I know he's going to be there at 5, I'm not sure I'm going to give up other stuff to move up for Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is going to be a great, really solid player and could be an all-star, but I don't know. I think this team, if they bring on Cam Whitmore, that you can get just as much value out of him. And I think he helps this team just as much from an athletic standpoint, because I think that's something this team still lacks, is sort of athleticism and people that can get into the paint and sort of bend the defense. So, yeah.